I just remember all of a sudden my eyes jolted open and it felt like I fell into my body, and it was just like boom, my eyes opened. I was 17 years old at the time, and I looked around. I had no idea where I was or how I had gotten there. All I could feel was like the cold pavement under me. And as I looked over, I saw this dude that had a giant beard. As I stood up and kind of started walking out towards the door, I noticed that I was in a jail cell. I called my parents. I hadn't talked to them for about 2 months at that time. Hi, this is your son. I'm in jail and I need you to pick me up. As they took my mugshot, I saw my face appear on the screen, and the whole left side of my face was smashed in. I had been driving under the influence. My blood alcohol was basically so high, I should have been legally dead. My left eye socket was shattered. My jaw had been broken, and I found out that I had rear-ended this 35-year-old, and he had a lot of anger issues. I was basically passed out in my front seat, and he just beat the living crap out of me, and I just kind of laid there like a catatonic punching bag. My dad just at this point almost had given up on me because I've put them through so much over the years. It was like a 15-minute car ride home to their house, and that was probably one of the longest 15-minute rides that I could ever imagine. I had to get braces, and at that point in time, I had actually never read a book in my life. My dad happened to have an old copy of Stephen King's Pet Sematary, and I just happened to pick it up, and I started reading it. And it was the first time I actually became interested in reading in my life. I didn't have the type of roommates that would take you home from a place. Like, I had the type that if we were passed out, they would like dump more shots down your throat while you were unconscious. I remember telling them, I was thinking about going to college, and they all laughed at me. To this day, the 2 roommates I had, both of them are dead. One got way too high on cocaine one night. He has a daughter, a little girl, and he just blew his head off. The other one, I found out, overdosed on cocaine and sleeping pills. I'm not the type of guy that likes to preach down people's throats, but I definitely did believe in God. But I remember just kind of starting to listen to him more for the first time, and him saying, the reason you're not seeing any fruits in your life is because of the choices that you're making. I always tell people kind of one of the first things I did, besides reading that first book, was choosing to stop hanging out with the people I was hanging out with. When I got into college, again, I was always raised with a mindset. I was told I had ADHD. As I got older, I just realized I think I was really bored. I'm not a think inside the box type dude, which I thought the whole class was about being creative. It was supposed to be creative writing, but because I saw things in a different way than her, I could handle getting a D, but she knew I had talked about I really wanted to be a writer one day. And she wrote on my paper in red ink, "You have no understanding of that which it takes to be an author." Right now, if I had my book, The Story You, I'd be like, bam, I'm a published author. Don't let anyone else tell you what you can or cannot do. 10 years later, as I was writing this book, I could still hear her voice and was like, I could see the red ink. Don't ever let a teacher like that or anyone else tell you what's in your heart. And it's not like a cheesy plug for my book, although you better buy it if you're watching this. I think from being that kid that was in jail and just realized what it was to have that rock bottom and to really want to never give up, because that's what eventually got me to read that first book, which truly began to change my mindset, that changed my life.